What's up, people? It's your boy Slide. In this video, I'm going to talk about the effects of stress. I don't know if people know this, but stress is one of the most important health factors in America today. You see, many Americans are stressed out on a daily basis. Many times it can be financial due to lack of money. Sometimes it can be work related, and it can be from self-esteem. Okay. When it comes to financial, you have a lot of people who cannot take care of their basic needs. There are some people today who don't have enough disposable income to support themselves. Like, some people have enough money to pay out their bills, but they don't have enough money to spend on themselves. And that does play a big role in the way it affects our minds. Okay? So many people have low self-esteem because of money. Some people feel that they should be making a lot of money, but they're not. So when they see other people having a decent life, it affects them. Then I'm going to talk about work related. There are so many people today who hate their jobs, and yet they have so much pressure to do a good job, to maintain that job. There are many people out here today who are stressed out because of work. Let me speak on what I've seen, okay? If you guys work jobs in retail, restaurants, fast food, depending on the boss you got, it can be a stressful place because there are some bosses out there that will micromanage every little thing you do. So even though you think you're doing a good job, in the boss's eyes, you're doing a horrible job. And that can stress people out because you think you're doing things the right way, but supervisor is like letting you know that you're messing up, or they'll start to micromanage every little thing you do. That could be an issue as well. So those stress factors kick in. Then you have, stress from low self-esteem. You see, a lot of people have low self-esteem because they feel that they should be living a certain standard of life. Or, in better words, a certain quality of life. Okay? Some people out there, they blame the world. They are mad at society. They have their midlife crisis because they feel in their age that they should be making decent money while other people their age are making decent money. Okay? Like, there's some people, I'm say for example, some people who are in their 50s, they're working low-end jobs, okay, for whatever reason, okay? They're working low-end jobs. Then they see another 50-year-old pretty much relaxing and chilling. That can bring down someone's self-esteem. It can really make them feel somehow because it makes them feel they did things the wrong way. It starts to affect them. So that tends to lead to all these mood swings, anger, violence, intimidation. All that shit happens. You'd be surprised how many low-level people are the most violent people you'll ever meet. Okay? Many people who work these low-end jobs, they already have low self-esteem. So they're violent because in their eyes, they have nothing to lose. Okay? I'm just going to tell you guys right now, you don't ever want to get involved with anyone who has nothing to lose. Okay? Because in some cases, they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose. You'd be surprised how many people have lost their lives, they lost their careers, all because they got involved with the wrong person. You'd be surprised. This is the thing you have to understand. We are now living in a stress-filled society. So you have to understand how things really are. Because it's going to get to a point where people will stop talking. I know for me, myself, I'm going to stop talking very soon because I don't want to be one, I don't want to be seen as a person who's always talking about stress-related topics. Also, I don't want to be seen as a person who focuses on the negative. I stress these topics, or I speak on these topics a lot because I'm trying to inform people about how things are. Because a lot of people don't understand how things are, and they find themselves in a tight situation. There are so many people today who are intelligent, smart, but they took the wrong path. They got involved with the wrong person. Now their whole lives has changed. You know, I can give you so many examples of this, but people don't get it. People just think, oh, it'll never happen to me. There's so many people who have been accused of crimes they never did, and they had to spend months, if not years, trying to convince the courts and society that they did not do it. But by the time they prove their innocence, either people do not care anymore, or they become stressed out and they lost everything. There's so many things going on in America today that people don't even know about. People are having health problems in this society due to stress. So people need to understand how things are. You have some people out there who are in relationships they don't even like. They don't like that person, but guess what? They are with that person because they don't want to be alone. So even though that person is causing them stress, they will still stay in that relationship. It can be a relationship, it can be a friendship, it can be anything. This happens all the time. So many people today hate their jobs. Like I've said in the past, people hate their jobs. But guess what? They keep going back. Why do they go back? Because in most case scenarios, they don't have any options. They don't have any options. So now you're going to a job for 8 hours a day that you do not like. Why won't that stress other people out? Come on. Understand how these things are. There are so many people today who are just frustrated because they feel life should have been different. In most cases, it should be different, but everyone is responsible for their own life choices. People out here, they blame the world for their problems. And in some cases, it may be justified, but in most cases, it's not. People are dying from stress. And I can tell you from example, working $15 an hour is stressful, especially for someone who's older. For someone like in their 20s and 30s, 15 bucks an hour doesn't mean anything to them because it's more like they're just doing that job until something better comes along. But if you're 40 and above and you're working for 15 bucks an hour, high possibility you're stuck in that job. And 15 bucks an hour, multiply that by 40 hours a week, and then for the month, that's $2,400 a month. Okay. Half your salary will go towards rent. Then you have to worry about your bills, your debt. You know how much money left over. That can cause people stress because sometimes some people are stressing out. Oh, I can't pay my bills this month. Because if you don't pay your bills or your debts, they can increase the interest rate on it or they'll charge you a late fee, which causes you to lose more money in the process. So all this stress, I'm telling you guys, is what's really going on. So people need to understand that living in America is a stress-filled society. Everyone here is stressed out. People don't know how to relax and have fun. Okay? There are some people who make decent money, but they're still stressed out because they live above their means. But whatever. Anyhow, let me know what you think. Peace.